大家好，我们是 DJ 心电图，我是 Jack，
我是 David。Jack， 今天的来宾怎么是一位外国人啊？
没错，我们频道有史以来第一位外国人。先跟大家讲一下，这会是一个全英文的访问。
我害怕极了，
真的，我们的英文其实都不太好。
没错，
那这位呢是我在这学期的课上面遇到的一位同学，然后他非常的热情，然后我们很快就变认识之后，我就想说，有这个机会可以请他上节目来分享，所以说接下来会是全英文的访谈。
没错，
那我们马上就先请他先自我介绍一下，然后进入今天的主题。September.
Yes.
Yeah, nice to meet you. So, could you first introduce yourself to our audience?
Okay, so my name is Eylül, but a lot of friends in Taiwan they call me September. 我的中文名字是9月 like like September. Yeah, I'm from Turkey. I'm coming from Turkey, but I'm also from Northern Cyprus. And I'm studying physics in my senior year right now, it's 4th year. And my university, my home university is called Boğaziçi University.
I just, catch something real interesting. You mentioned that you're from Turkey, but also from Northern Cyprus.
Yes, that's true.
Why is that?
So the thing is, I don't know if you know about the Cyprus. It is divided into two. The upper part is Turkish and the lower part is Greek. So yeah, I spent a lot of years in the northern part, and even though I am studying in Istanbul, I identify as a Northern Cypriot.
Okay. I got it. Okay, that is so cool. So, you're doing an exchange program in NTU?
Yes.
Why
Taiwan?
Yes.
Okay.
Why Taiwan?
Why Taiwan? I mean, that's a really good question, to be honest. There wasn't a single thing to make me choose Taiwan, but okay, let me put the story this way. So. I was determined to make an exchange this year, and I was thinking some places just like United States, Canada, Taiwan, Japan, Korea, because these were our options in my school. But I realized that going to US or Canada is so expensive.
Okay.
Like, I couldn't afford it.
Yeah.
So that's why I tried to check the eastern countries, southern eastern countries like Japan, Korea, and Taiwan. So last year I did another exchange in Finland. It is an Erasmus program, and there I met a Taiwanese guy. And we are friends.
That's so cool.
His English name is Kenny, but I don't remember his Taiwanese.
Yeah.
But like Kenny told me all about Taiwan. He was like so enthusiastic.
So proud.
So proud of being
Taiwanese. Yeah.
And that's why I always remember the name of Taiwan when I was doing my options.
That's so cool.
Yeah. And there was also another friend who did her exchange here in NTU last year. So we spoke, and I decided maybe Taiwan is my best choice, considering the prices, the people, and like a really, really interesting culture. So that's why I wanted to come here.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
That is so cool. You mentioned that you have been to Finland for an exchange program.
Yes.
And I'm quite curious because typically, the university we only study for 4 years, but you spend like 2 periods of time, like outside your country and study. So, why is it that you would like to join a student exchange program?
So, I mean, that's correct. I spent almost like now with the Taiwan 15 months of abroad, like studying abroad in total. And this is something I did because even though right now I'm in my 6th year of bachelor's, can you imagine?
6th year of bachelor's?
I am so old, man.
Oh my God.
I still couldn't finish due to my exchanges. Nothing wrong with my with my grades, but I couldn't finish it because I really wanted to see like foreign countries. I wanted to experience how they live, how people live their lives there, and also, maybe it's not really good to say, but I really wanted to escape Turkey for quite some time. Because of the economical crisis, mostly I was kind of sick from my school. And from Istanbul, particularly not from my school, but Istanbul.
Boring.
Istanbul is so bad.
Depressing.
Oh, it's so depressing. I hate living in Istanbul. Istanbul. That's why I
my
basically
God.
escaped. Yeah,
Oh,
and since after Finland, I was feeling already like super excited for a next challenge, and yeah,
That's
so
so cool.
I did it again.
I want to add some question. It's not on here.
Okay.
It's like you go to exchange, and can you get this credit to help you to like your school can use this credit?
Like acknowledge you.
Yeah. So it depends. In Finland, I didn't take any physics courses, and since my department is physics, all the courses I took, they counted as selective courses.
Oh,
So they were still they counted the credits of the courses, but they were not for my physics classes. That's why my school period extended. That's why it happened. And here in Taiwan, I'm not taking any physics classes again because like I'm also sick of physics.
No physics.
Physics, but I'm taking some biology classes which will be counted as selective courses like
That's
as
so
well.
cool.
Yeah.
Just like you mentioned,
Yeah.
it does not acknowledge all the credits. Is it worth it? At the same time, you're extending your bachelor. Do you think that is worth it because you've already done 2 of the program?
Yeah. So I think it is worth it.
Is it?
Definitely worth it because I don't think I will have any. If I start working right now and graduate from university, I don't think I will have any time to go to a foreign country and spend months there.
Experience
life.
Yeah,
especially like experiencing the university life and like you're encountering and interacting with people, the students from that country. I think that is so valuable.
Me and David, we also think of maybe we could do an exchange program in the future, but it's like so many obstacles. And it's like kind of difficult.
Obstacle?
I think the obstacle is more of
language
a
barrier.
Language barrier. English is good.
Oh my goodness. So first of all, the language barrier, and then maybe my GPA. Oh, it's like
Yeah, come on.
It's like a disaster.
I didn't have a good GPA, but in physics people usually don't have a high GPA, so I was like still in a good. But yeah, I think if you want, you can definitely find some stuff. Even though if you cannot do it for a whole semester, there are programs such as like volunteer like 2 weeks or 1 month of volunteering.
Maybe like a summer school.
Oh language schools or
How was your experience being interacting with local students and Taiwanese culture?
Maybe just simply like read from this computer. Oh god. Okay.
So far it has been incredible. I like. Just like you and I met with lovely people here in Taiwan, especially local people. They're so sincere. They love you. They love tourists. They love students. They're so warm. They just speak to you even if you don't speak them at first. This is something I'm not really used to, and I love it. I love it. And so far I'm loving it. It took me some time to get adjusted to the foods because it's so different from my country. But other than that, I love how the culture works. I love how ancient is the culture, like all the
ancient.
You can see a lot of stories that's in the past. It has a big history behind it, and I'm loving that.
Has there been any like a culture shock?
Oh yeah, I mean definitely. The biggest culture shock is I think how Taiwanese people obey the rules. Yeah, oh my god. You guys are so good at just following the rules and everything. I think so. I think that's what I've observed because in Turkey, rules are something that are bendable. Like you can just bend them as you wish. They're there for some reason, but people use them on their wills. Like they change it. And here I feel like there's no such a thing. If this is a rule, you should go with the rule because rules are for everybody, and this is how you make a really good society, basically.
If I obey the rule, I will not skip the class now.
Okay, what I can say is, for example, when you are waiting for the red line to turn the green line, you just wait. No matter if the car is going there or there's no car on the street, even there's a bike or whatever. And then in Turkey, even though there are cars passing through the way, especially in Istanbul, people are gonna ignore that red light. Okay, there's no red light for them. There's this red light, but for them there is not. Okay, so it's actually I have another example which is about Fan E. You know, from the table tennis class.
Yeah.
So she and I, we were supposed to play table tennis together after the class. We decided to change the room to the other table tennis room, and then we went there. Fan E is super stressed. I'm asking her what is happening, and she's saying, "Oh, but I didn't reserve the room." And I'm saying, "But it's okay. Let's check if there are people inside, and if there are not, we can play until they come."
Break in.
Exactly. And she's like, "No, we cannot do that. Please, Amy, let's not do that. Please, September, let's go back." So we didn't do it. Although the room was empty and there were not people inside, it's because she didn't reserve it. And this is a rule. We just didn't go there. And I couldn't convince her with my bendable rules.
Bendable rules. Apart from rules, is there anything that would consider you as a culture shock, or something that you're not used to, and something that you find like so interesting, so surprised?
You know what it is? It's cheese. People don't eat cheese in Taiwan. They don't eat. You guys don't eat cheese.
Like cheese, pure cheese.
Like I don't know, Gouda or
Jack cheese.
I don't know. Cheddar. Stuff like that. You don't. So especially, I will compare with Turkey. We eat a really big and strong breakfast in the mornings, and personally, I have this habit of eating breakfast with like cheese, tomatoes, eggs, olives, and everything. Here in Taiwan, I couldn't find cheese, and I'm like crying every day because the cheese that are existent, they're all imported from like France and they are so expensive, so I cannot buy them. Also, like tomatoes and cucumbers, they're also so expensive. So I am having a really big trouble about that.
You should told me this trouble, like sooner. The first time we met, because since this semester I started to go to Costco like every month, and I buy cucumbers, I buy tomatoes and cheese, and I have like a whole bunch of cheese in the fridge in my dorm.
Are you serious? After this
true.
interview, we are going to your dorm, and now I'm gonna get this.
You should told me this, and I will drive you to Costco.
What?
Yeah,
you
for
serious?
real.
Oh my god, you're my best friend from now on. I will show you the best cheese if you go there.
Sure.
This is a deal.
This is a deal. We're going no matter what.
Amazing.
Amazing.
I'm craving for cheese.
Good. The three of us can go there. Because I will
He
drive
is
you.
good driver. Okay, can you share any memorable experience or challenge you have encountered during your exchange?
But this
no
is
matter is
good or bad.
Good or bad, whether it's in Finland or whether in Taiwan, it's all fine.
Okay, I mean, I have an example in mind which is pretty good. I swam in the Xindian River by myself.
Swim
in the river.
What?
Yeah, you can swim, and people don't know about it. Okay, every time these people I met, they're like so surprised when I say this, but you can basically, it is allowed to swim there. There are like table like showing that you can swim there. Yes.
Where?
And in Xindian River.
Which part of the Xindian River?
Wait. It's in the Xindian. After you get out of the Xindian MRT, you're just gonna walk to the Bitan.
Oh
Bitan. You can swim there. So you can swim there. And there are a lot of old men that are like old uncles. They love to swim in the river. They're like so chill. They go and they jump in the river. They let themselves go with the flow. I'm like, where are you going? And one of them told me I met a really, really old uncle there, maybe 70 years old, who knows. He told me that, if you go with the flow, it's gonna be okay. Even if you fall to the river and then it's the sea to the ocean, you're gonna survive. So oh my god! I'm like, what was this guy talking about? What is happening? It was so funny.
Wow.
They're like chill old uncles there. You're gonna see them if you ever go.
Okay, so I guess we have another arrangement.
Okay, go to the
same day.
Let's do it. Same day, should we have
The same day. The same day.
Yeah.
We have to pick the day that is not so cold.
Yeah.
Because it would be freezing,
Oh,
swimming there.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I mean, I went there 2 weeks ago and it was already kind of cold, so
Yeah.
it is cold now.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Wow.
You experienced something that even the Taiwanese wouldn't.
I know, but you know what? This is like the concept of being local. Usually, if you're local, you're not going to experience the things that tourists does. You know? Yeah.
We all experience, different aspects.
Exactly. It's the same thing when the tourists come to Istanbul. They're asking me, "Oh, you went there? You went there?" I mean, I went there maybe, but I didn't experience the things you experienced. You're doing the touristic stuff, and I am doing the local stuff. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So interesting.
Yeah.
What else? Is there anything?
Challenging.
Yeah,
for example?
challenging or anything remarkable experience in Taiwan or maybe in Finland. It's also fine.
Yeah.
Neither of us been to Finland.
Okay.
Neither of us been to Europe.
Okay. The story goes like this. I'm gonna try to be really specific. So we went to the northernmost point of Finland to see the northern lights. Okay.
That's so cold there.
It is so cold. It was minus 30 degrees.
Jesus.
34 or 35 around. And then we went there and we rented this Airbnb for like 3 nights with 3 other friends. And then at some point we decided to go skiing together and then we skied, but they left earlier than me and I stayed there more because I wanted to
observe the whole scenery.
Not that just all that, because it was so expensive.
Bring more.
I was like, if I pay this money, I need to stay here longer. Until I freeze, I'm gonna stay here
Typical
longer.
Asian.
Well, I am an Asian, so what are you talking about? So I stayed there until 6, and then the weather got super dark. It's already like February and it's getting so dark so early. And then at some point I'm like, okay, now I'm freezing and I need to go home. And our home is in the middle of a forest. Of course, during the daytime we could find this place really easily.
Oh my
but
God.
I didn't think truly that I am never going to be able to see that place in the dark. And then I'm going there. I took the bus. The bus left me in the middle of nowhere. Okay, I'm like, what do I do now? Because I know I need to enter the forest, but I can hear some animals. There's some stuff, and I'm all by myself. Okay,
You're alone.
I am alone because all my friends decided to
left
go
you.
earlier. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna die here. And the bus that I took was the last bus because the last bus goes at 6, and then everybody's at home. People
like
just
6,
chill. 6. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
And then it took me half an hour until I found that the place that I stayed.
Is that like a cabin?
It is a cabin in a forest.
That is so creepy.
And I couldn't feel my fingers. I couldn't feel my toes. I couldn't feel my nose.
It's all numb.
It's all numb, completely numb, and I have a feeling that I'm definitely going to die here, and my friends are gonna find me tomorrow. My dead body, in the forest.
Ice cream version of a second.
But if the wolves have not eaten me yet, of course. And then when I got home, I couldn't hold the key, and I realized my friends are not inside the house. What? So probably they were in the market or something.
No.
It's not that important, but the key was supposed to be in the box. And I cannot open the box because I need to put the code with my fingers, but my fingers don't work. It's so bad. And I tried to use my chin to put the numbers like this, and then I finally got the key and then enter home. But guys, let me tell you, when I entered the home, my fingers started aching so bad, and I started shaking. It was so painful. And I was pretty sure I was going to die that day, but nothing happens. That was the most
But so numb, so ache, and you're feeling like you're just passed out. But what happened? And you didn't even went to a doctor, and it just after sleep.
No, cause it's in the middle of the night. For Finnish people, 6 is like the night, and then I can see my fingers being really red, almost going to go like purplish.
Oh.
But that like after I think the pain comes from your veins, like your little veins. I don't know what it's called, like little veins on your finger,
okay.
and they just crack because when you get from -34 to inside around, I don't know.
It's like too intense.
They crack. Oh yeah. It was so bad, guys. But I didn't go to the doctor. It was fine, and my friends arrived 20 minutes later. They were like, "What happened to you? Why are you joking like that?" And I was still in this position, like shaking.
It's like Little Red Riding Hood. Go to find her grandma.
Exactly.
It was like wolf and
everything was so scary. This was
so scary.
It was the scariest moment that I've lived
ever
in.
encountered.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
David is still in the shock. Yeah.
He can tell a story.
Still processing. Still processing.
So it is a hard story to process. To
Oh wow. I think it's like so interesting, talking to you. Maybe you have, such different environments, such different background with us, and you will, sometimes give us some, wow, I never think things this way.
That's so
that is so cool.
Yeah, it's the same.
It's the same.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So
I want to ask, when in the previous stories, you're in a forest. Can you use a Google map?
In Finland, sometimes it's like, usually it's not a problem, but at
no
that
service.
time,
No service.
Then at that time the problem was not with my phone but with my fingers. I couldn't even open because I was wearing 2 layers of gloves, like 2 layers. Can you imagine?
Two layers. Mittens, gloves, all on your hand.
All on my hands. And if I take them out, I thought that my fingers are just gonna fall off.
Yeah. Because that cold, if you somebody's nose fall out.
That happens. I was too scared to try.
Not Michael Jackson, but someone's nose fall out.
And you know what? I thought that I knew the way, but it turns out I didn't.
Because it's in middle of nowhere. It's like so dark, and it's so cold.
It was.
My brain can't even process well.
I can imagine.
I can even imagine. It's like wow. So wow.
Have other experience is remarkable in NTU?
In NTU?
Yeah.
You mean like challenging experiences or
anything?
Anything, good or bad? You mean?
Good or bad? Yeah. We need something bad. I already gave the gore. Good, that's true. The good part is like
Yes, I mean there are a lot of good parts anyways, but bad parts in Taiwan is hard.
We have to. 靠背. Yeah, I have told you before, 靠背.
靠背.
Yeah.
Complain.
Complain about something. 靠背.
About school.
Yeah.
About school.
About anything. Either the school, either the Taiwan environment, culture, weather, anything.
I cannot think of something to complain about the campus because the campus of NTU is the best that I've ever been. And let me tell you,
Such a compliment.
But
Whoa,
it is.
My God.
So
it's
you
like
know
so
what?
bad for me. Nah, just kidding.
So,
don't cancel me.
I mean, my campus in my country is the best. Is considered as the best. And I'm telling you, NTU's campus is better than my campus. So it is a really nice.
Is it the software or the hardware part?
I think it is both.
Like the building or maybe
because I think the buildings are so like they look so good architecturally. Like their architecture.
I kind of agree with you more. It's like so beautiful.
Yeah, so advanced, and then the green areas are so protected, and I love to see that. I love every time I just sick of my classes. It's getting a bit over.
Lay on the grass and look at the sky.
And
especially last week the weather is like so good. Oh my god, that is like the best week in the whole year.
Definitely.
That ever happened in maybe a long period of time.
Definitely. Bad thing in Taiwan.
We need to have some 靠背.
Kobe.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. Okay. I know
Okay, sure.
what I can complain about NTU. NTU did not give me a dormitory.
Oh.
Yes. That's
That is
why
so
I
bad.
had to. That's why I had to like
Pay
rent
for a
some.
lot.
Really, I'm paying a lot for.
How much?
I
for a
don't
month?
want. I don't want to say. Please don't make me say
Oh,
it.
okay,
Every time I
okay.
say, I want to cry.
Oh
out.
my god.
Yes, but I'm paying too much.
We'll take you to Costco and you see those cheese and you're still
I'm
happy.
Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. But like, yeah, I think NTU didn't give any dormitories to exchange
That's so
students.
bad.
And I think it's.
I will send this clip to the,
Please.
yeah.
I complain.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, yeah. And
Where have you felt the,
the question.
yeah. This is a formal complaint.
I know.
I will tag the NTU's, Facebook, Instagram,
Please.
anything.
Please
Yeah.
do so. Yeah, and that's why I'm like, and I found my home 2 days before I come here.
Oh,
I was like
okay.
so stressed out. I'm like, am I going to be able to go to Taiwan at the end, or I'm just gonna
Wow.
give up? And luckily, I found a home, but I'm paying too much. And
Yes.
since I'm paying too much, this also affects the scholarship that I've
Work so hard for.
yeah, I
Yeah.
worked so hard for, and also I'm not getting any scholarships for my exchange. But this is the money that I collected and saved from my old scholarships from my home university.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
My government or my school doesn't pay me any scholarship for me to get here, which is.
My roommate, he is in law school. So I have you file a legal charge against the school. Yeah. This is
Great.
Oh my
Now
goodness.
I know a lawyer in
Jesus.
Taiwan.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah.
I'll ask my roommate and he will file legal
Amazing.
charges
Thank
against the
you.
school. Yeah. This is needed.
Yeah,
Definitely. Oh Jesus.
Maybe it's because there has been a lot of increase in the number of students this year. I don't know. They didn't make an explanation to us basically, so I don't know.
They didn't make
That's
it.
too bad.
That's
Legal
too bad.
charges.
Legal charges.
Legal
come on,
charges.
man. I will sue.
I was sued.
Okay.
To death. Yeah.
When will you leave Taiwan and what do you want to experience before your departure?
Lovely question. Okay, I haven't decided yet fully, but I will be.
A dream list. A bucket list.
Oh, bucket list. Okay.
dream
No, but
list.
like I will leave Taiwan. I think around 24th of December.
24th of December?
Yes.
Before?
too soon.
Yeah, too soon.
I know,
oh
I
my
know.
god.
But like I made a promise to a friend.
Rent is.
Rent. Contract.
Oh, yeah.
Contract is ended.
Yes.
I need to leave before my contract ends. I don't want to pay more.
Yeah.
That's one issue, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, the thing I really want to see, although I don't think I will have time for it, is just any mountain of Taiwan. Maybe maybe Alishan, or I really want to
Elephant
go to
Mountain.
Oh, Elephant, but that's the closest one, right?
Elephant Mountain.
But
It's
it's
a
like-
mountain. Does that even count as a mountain?
I think
Jeez.
it's like a hill.
Yes,
rather than
It's a
mountain.
hill. It's not even a mountain. Yeah.
But yeah, that's also, I haven't been to Elephant Mountain yet as well, so that's also in my bucket list.
Later.
Oh, also climb up to Taipei 101, which is something I haven't done yet.
Later.
Later, let's go. Another plan.
Yeah.
What do you think are the biggest differences between studying at NTU and your home university?
I think I just decided this today. These are the presentations that the classes require from you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in my home university, maybe in 5 years I made 2 presentations in total, whereas in NTU, whereas in NTU I did my 5th presentation just today for the same class, and this is not just my only class that requires presentation. I have another class. It's the same. So in total, I think I made around 7 presentations in Taiwan. So
So
this
this
is
amount of presentation.
yeah. But it is a good way to evaluate students, I think, and it definitely builds up some self-esteem because I was getting too nervous to do presentations all the time in Turkey. Yeah, I was. But here, I just got used to it.
Different department and different course have
Yes.
different ways to
requirements.
Yeah.
And to evaluate students.
Probably,
Yeah.
Eh?
And I found
I think I don't have presentation.
any presentation.
Really?
David, what's your major?
electrical engineering.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
So they don't have any.
Yeah.
Maybe since electrical engineering and physics kind of similar, if I were to take physics classes here,
maybe
I wouldn't be doing
Yeah.
it. But since I'm taking biology, I am
so maybe so have
Yeah.
that presentation.
Yeah, but I'm so curious about this question is about what's the difference between your home university and NTU, because this might be biased, but we will think that NTU is like typical Asian style, but maybe in Turkey it's like more of a Western style. Is it?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, you don't think
yeah,
so?
because I think the hierarchy between student and the teacher is also the same in Turkey, in my school.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, like I don't want to say it's like too strict, because the teachers I saw there, they're really nice people, and they really want to get to know you. They're really caring. But in my school, the teachers are so relentless. Is that the word? They don't care about anything. They don't care about the student. They don't care.
Why is that?
Because I think we're too crowded, and also our in my department specifically, our teachers are a big egoistic.
Okay.
So yeah,
bit of an ass.
Yeah, I don't want to say that, but they are. And also, about this asking questions thing. Taiwanese students usually don't ask questions in class. Like every time the teacher says, "Do you have any questions?" None of them says anything.
Silence.
It's silent. It's so bad.
Yeah.
In Turkey, you would see a bit more questions and debates with the teacher and student.
I have one more question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Why choose physics as your major? Do you like it so much, or?
Well, my high school friends would know I was a really idealistic teenager with like really big dreams about cracking the code of the universe, or like doing some formulation just like Einstein or Stephen Hawking.
Oh my goodness.
But like I had big dreams. Okay, I was like, I'm gonna be a physicist and I'm gonna be the best. And then
Nobel Prize.
Exactly, that's what I was thinking. And then I started my home university. So my home university is debatably the best in my country, just like NTU in Taiwan. And the thing is, the professors there are pain in the ass. Like they're so bad in terms of not their teaching, but their humanity. Like they're like no. This is true. Like they cannot stand the students being like challenging them or just asking questions to them. They love to give bad grades so that students will feel bad about themselves and their confidence is going to get low. They love to do that because that's what their teachers did to them back in the day, okay? So that's why the moment that I started, it was also pandemic during that when I started my major. I'm trying to talk with the professors, I'm trying to ask them questions, they're like ignoring me, they don't care about me. They are saying stupid stuff to my personality. It got personal after some point. I got a fight with a professor in terms of like verbal
punch him.
I wanted to punch him, but I didn't do it. So after a while I was like, no, physics is not for me, and I realized that, but it was too late for me to change majors because I was getting a really good scholarship just for studying physics. That's why, so we have optional fields in our third grade, and I chose medical physics because I wanted to pursue neuroscience in my master's.
Neuroscience.
Neuroscience. And then when I was in Finland, the classes they were all neuroscience classes. So now I immerse myself in neuroscience really good.
That's great.
I'm still an idealistic teenager, but I'm gonna be a neuroscience hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Away from physics.
Since that you're such an idealistic person, is there any plan for the future? Would you want to keep studying master, PhD, or maybe not, or maybe I will work in a neuroscience field, but not instead of studying that. What's your plan about the future?
Okay, good question. I think my dreams are really prone to change. They can change any time. But so far, what I was thinking is just doing a master's in neuroscience and just decide later on what I'm gonna do with my master's degree in neuroscience. What I can do is something in my mind is to open maybe my own lab and my own little startup to do neuroscientific projects. But I don't know how realistic is that. I don't know if how many people I'm gonna meet that can help me on this. So if that doesn't happen, I'll just stay in academia. That is always something I can return to. So yeah.
You like to do the research thing?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of
So cool.
enjoy it.
Yeah, because I'm reading papers sometimes like seldomly, but when I read the paper I'm like so difficult.
But you know what? I think the more you read it, like it's gonna be easier for you the more you read it.
Proficiency.
Yeah, like proficiency.
Proficiency.
Because like I didn't know how to read the paper when I first started, but because of my major, I had to read a lot of paper. And then after some point, you just get the idea, like introduction here, abstract is there. Like you go like skim through the results, and you just get the whole idea of the paper, so it becomes easier. Yeah.
This is a question me personally thinking that because just 2 days ago you recorded me and asked me the same question. So this is the same question that I'm so curious about your answer and your opinion on this. So what is the biggest obstacle you have to overcome in your life?
Okay, but this is going to sound a bit depressing though.
That is totally fine.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
I mean, growing up as a woman in Eastern Turkey, it was a really challenging thing. Especially I was a person who enjoyed so-called like male stuff, like male sports or like football, or I was an active person which they found it kind of masculine.
But how about we put it this way, that you're very into this whole thing called the freedom, and you have the choice to do anything you like.
Exactly, just like that. And I was doing what I liked. But it was not. I was excluded for that, so I think that was the biggest challenge I had to overcome.
You excluded from that?
I was excluded by my friends, by my environment when I was growing up. I was always the kid that got a bit bullied, because the bullying culture still exists in Turkey.
Also in Taiwan. Also in Taiwan.
Oh.
I mean, like
so
any
stereotype.
place, stereotype. Any part of the place, or even I think even in Finland, it also exists bullying. But it's just the amount and the intensity.
I mean, it was kind of intense, but I think I just this was the biggest obstacle I had to overcome. I think, and other than that, I had a really good childhood.
So does that mean that you have to get through either the society, either the whole system, or some people that would dislike your idea, or maybe they say something bad to you?
Okay, so it was also the case that I grew up non-religious, and then growing up as a non-religious, again, woman in a religious part of Turkey.
So what's the religious in Turkey?
Islam. Islam is the majority.
Majority,
of the majority.
Okay.
And then always result in me being excluded from the groups. They didn't like how I think about stuff because I was challenging their ideas, but I kept going and I didn't care. But this was a hard thing to accomplish. I think it took a lot from me.
Final question.
Is there anything you would like to ask us?
Yes, I would like to ask you, if you were to do an exchange, which country are you planning to go? Think about
interesting.
it.
Maybe I will choose
David, go first.
America.
Okay.
Language. Like some country in Asia, like Japan or Korea, I don't know how to speak. And sometimes English may not going well there. I don't know how to say, and they don't know how to say either.
So the language barrier is the first thing that comes to his mind.
So I think maybe we'll go to maybe Europe.
Like what part of Europe? What country? Not Europe, not continent. Country.
Maybe I can suggest you the countries that have people that can speak English really well, such as Netherlands. Finland also was pretty good. Sweden, Norway, Nordic countries, Denmark, people can speak English. Germany even. German people can speak English pretty well. Usually, So go for it.
Country. What's the country? Because he haven't been to Europe, so he doesn't know what country.
I think maybe Germany, because
Germany.
Samuel said that is good at industry.
That's true. Of course, you're an electrical engineer. You're gonna make a lot of things in Germany. It's so good for you. Yeah. How about you?
Because I'm learning Spanish.
Oh,
so maybe I was in a
good.
dream like an ideal one. 5 years ago, you asked me maybe go to America because it's maybe the easiest in terms of language or maybe representative of the best education. QS ranking is the best university. The Ivy League and the UC either Berkeley or Maybe 5 years ago I would choose America, but now I'm learning Spanish and I think maybe a Spanish-speaking country is also very good. And I always want to go to the southern part of America. Like the continent. Those countries, they all speak Spanish and I have to work very hard.
Vámonos, amigo, vámonos. Okay.
Wow.
It has been a journey.
Yeah.
It's good.
I've learned so many. Just this maybe 1 hour.
I have learned many things too.
It's like a so special experience. It's the first time we ever interview.
I feel so special.
Definitely. I think today we're so fortunate, first of all, to meet each other in our table tennis class, and we also got the opportunity to ask Elu to be in our channel as a guest. Since you're going back to Turkey so soon, less than 20 days.
I know.
Yeah. We're gonna miss you. Yeah, for real. Yeah.
Don't say stuff like that. I'm gonna miss you guys so much.
If you have a chance in the future ever come to Taiwan, please
call us.
Inbox us. And we'll take you to experience other things on your bucket list.
I promise to do it. And you need to promise me you will come to Turkey one day and you will both visit Turkey and also Northern Cyprus, which is my hometown. Okay?
Oh wow!
You should do it. Come on.
I have only one concern. Is there language barrier?
In Istanbul,
does people speak
in touristic regions, no, I don't think so. In Istanbul, everybody speaks English. In Izmir, in Ankara, you're gonna you're never going
the
to
capital.
Yes, the
Ankara,
capital, Ankara. I don't think you'll ever find you're definitely gonna find people who can just talk English with you.
Sure.
Yeah, and also Northern Cyprus is really touristic, so everybody speaks English. They speak English better than.
Fantastic! Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah.
I promise I will go to Turkey one day. Because it's also one of the bucket lists in my lifetime.
That's cool.
That's
Can't wait for that.
Can't wait for that.
You should come.
High five.
Woohoo!
Okay, so thank you guys for watching this whole video till now.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching. So please don't forget to subscribe and like our video.
Yes.
Open the bell.
Open the notification so that you don't miss our new film.
Yes.
On YouTube. So follow.
Video.
Follow these guys. These guys are working hard.
Follow us on either Instagram or YouTube.
Yes.
That's all for today.
All for today.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.